homes.
We have team coverage tonight of the effects of now Tropical Depression Fran, beginning with Dennis Edwards, who's live in Middle River. He has the story of flooding there and on Miller's Island. Dennis.
Denise, Rockaway Island or Rockaway Beach rather, is a small community off the Chesapeake Bay. It is particularly vulnerable to high winds and heavy rain. Today was no different. When that wind and rain came along, it literally ripped piers from their pilings and sent neighbors scurrying to salvage what they could.
It's the force of the water lifting the pier from underneath is what loosens them up. Well, I got one piece floating there, and the rest of my pier is stacked up on my neighbors here, waiting for the weather to break, and I'll build it again.
You could call this a community effort. 12 to 15 homeowners and their friends doing all they can to save Joe Sedlak's boating pier along Rockaway Beach from the winds and waters sparked by Hurricane Fran.
Mostly in the water, picking up debris and pieces of pier so that tomorrow people can come by and pick up their pieces of their pier and take it home.
It's kind of a drastic way of going after a pier, don't you think?
Well, I have to help them out. They all did me a favor. They saved my 2 jet skis that used to be on the lifts that you can't even see that are underwater on this pier right here. They saved both jet skis, so I'm helping them out.
If you have a contractor build them, they cost $25,000 to $30,000. If you build them by yourself, $3,000 or $4,000.
Actually, in a way, it's a heartbreaker because piers aren't insured, so this is going to be a lot of work.
And a lot of money, too.
Definitely, yeah.
But as bad as all this looks, at least these Fran victims don't have to leave their homes. More than 200 people, residents of Miller's Island, were evacuated here to Sparrows Point High School when high winds from Fran disrupted high tide and caused water to flood their basements and their streets.
We're providing shelter for the people from Miller Island. With the rising water right now, it's about 2 to 3 foot on the island. We're providing shelter for about 200 people, which is about 1/4 of the amount of people that live out there.
While Fran has proven to be a major inconvenience for just about everybody, there's still some Rockaway Beach residents who decided to just enjoy the storm in spite of its destruction.
We had a pizza party earlier and just enjoying the weather, you know. I mean, what can you do? There's nothing you can do about it, so you might as well enjoy it.
Of course, all this isn't over with for these people. The rest of the weekend will probably be spent by them going around trying to find pieces and parts of their piers wherever they can. Denise?
Well, Dennis, are many people spending the night at Sparrows Point High School, or are they able to go back to Miller's Island?
No, they've been allowed to leave. Many of them were taken by their relatives to other places. Some have returned home, but they are no longer at the school. Denise?
All right. Thank you, Dennis. A voluntary evacuation was also ordered in another Baltimore County neighborhood, Bowley's Quarters. A few dozen people took shelter from the storm at the Bowley's Quarters fire station.
Now let's go